with this, I think I'm going to hop on to the questions from the audience. And my first question from the audience is: we might understand the need of the hour, and the client might understand, but there is a huge gap between the knowledge between us and the contractors and the laborers. As we talk about issues in the industry which contribute to waste and questions the practice altogether, can we throw some light on educating the workers who eventually execute our design? So therefore, would you answer this?
No, I think that that's exactly what I also meant in some way, but maybe I was not able to project that it is all of us collectively, right? Because when you're talking about a project, it's the client, the architect, the contractor. I mean, the client, the designer, the contractor, right? I mean, everyone's involved in creating what we are creating. So whether it's the project at the end or the waste that we are creating through the course of building the project, and I think that it's unfair to say that because I am more educated, I'll be more conscious about things, right? I mean, someone who is not as educated as me can be 1,000 times more conscious about managing waste than me, and it's sometimes the way I can also learn from my workers at the site, right? People are building the project. So I think it's about letting go of your egos and basically helping them learn from what you learned over a course of time, but also giving into their knowledge and learning from them. And then maybe if it's more of like a decision that you need to take at the onset of the project, that hey, you know what, I'm building this home which is a 4 bedroom home, I have X number of budget. So the way you decide your budget timelines, etc., insert that factor of sustainability or insert the factor of waste management at the onset itself, so that you know that at the end of the project that was as crucial a vertical as much as your budget timeline, etc., was.
Gopal, would you like to add to this?
I think Huzefa has mentioned almost everything in that. The only thing I can add is everyone should be the communication between, there are many hidden things or we do not tell to the contractors, or contractors are not willing to tell us that, okay, I have the knowledge, but I cannot tell you because you are an architect. And the client wants few things. And he says that, okay, architect, you might be, a professional. How can I tell you? You know better than me. So those kind of things, when those kind of communication starts, more than, we remove that ego thing, we remove that emotional content from that. And we start understanding that fundamentally more than our egos, more than our emotional, things, the project is far more important above all. That is when, such conversations will start having the results what we want. Okay. And I always tell my contractors, whosoever is there, that if you feel few things are getting, can be better or improvised, I take advice from each and every person on the side, because eventually the product has to be good. Fundamentally, the product has to be nice. And then apart from the aesthetics, we have started realizing that it has to be more, better in regards to waste management, or waste not in regards to material, but also in regards to the labor, the time and the energy what we spend on the site. Okay. So yeah, I think this
That's answer. Right. So my next question from the audience is: with the growing changes in lifestyle, do you think clients will be willing to make that extra investment in gaining quality spaces within, or completely avoid it altogether and decide to spend minimally because the future of architecture is undergoing a paradigm shift? In that case, what is the future of interior designing? Is future of architecture undergoing a paradigm shift, or is it stuck on a loop of emerging from the need of the hour? Sarah, can you please answer this?
It's a very difficult question.
Yeah,
Why can you, Huzefa, Gopal, or Shivani answer? It's a very
yeah. I
tough
think this is
question.
Huzefa for sure, because there's a lot of architecture.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
but I guess I think if you just if you look at the question, right, and I'm parallelly reading it on the side, so that the thing
Oh,
is that
huh.
it's about design in general, correct? So I mean, if there's a paradigm shift in architecture, there's also a shift in interiors, because you can't now blur that line between outside and inside. I think that you know even if we are getting a shell and we are responsible for the inside, I think in some way you need to sort of connect both the architect and the engineer. So I think it's more about design. Um, uh, of, I mean, I guess again, we've answered this in some way. But yes, if the client's brief or their requirements are met, they will probably take that extra step, into investing for a better life or a better lifestyle in that matter. So I think I I believe we've discussed this in the course of our conversation.
Right. So I have my third question, and I think Shivani and Sarah would be able to answer this. So, how different it is for women and men in this industry to manage on site? Let's agree to the fact that it is different, but I want to know your experience.
I mean, I think sure it's different, but I feel that it's ever changing and it's become so much better than it was. I'll be honest, I'm gonna sort of talk about my personal experience. I've never had an issue with conducting a site from an execution standpoint when it comes to sort of communicating with my team or the contracting team or the labor. I don't feel, in fact, I feel like they're most respecting. They have no gender bias at all. I mean, I've been fortunate maybe. There have been situations and instances, of course, but by and large, it's been a decent ride. Where I've had issues, and I'm going to be really candid about it, is when we have potential clients coming to us, especially slightly older clients. I'm talking about your 60 plus sort of clientele, um, who will second guess for a second, be like, you're like two women in the business. How many years of experience do you all have? Did you all meet at college? We still get questions. I mean, we're well in our mid-30s, and we still get fundamental questions like, what is your experience and how many years have you worked in the industry? So, like, I just feel like, should I, like, start dressing more maturely? I don't know what it is, because we get these questions even today. We're still like, two girls running a firm. So I find that um, a little sort of, disorienting after being in the industry for, almost 14, 15 years. That's not changed entirely, and this only happens with a slightly older clientele. My whole younger clientele is fantastic because they get it. They know why they've hired us for a reason. But we still experience this whole two girls, starting out. Is yeah.
But Shivani, that's so interesting
Yeah.
because I've had the opposite experience to you. I feel
Okay.
like with my
Really?
clients, with my clients, it's been okay. I mean, I
Yeah.
think the ones that are suspicious about me being a girl, they just kind of run away anyway. Like,
Correct. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
hear me out and then they run away. They're like, I don't want to this one handling the site. So
Yeah.
clients have been okay, but I do feel like on site, at least initially, maybe when I started, I was lacking confidence, or I don't know, maybe I just didn't have the right contractors on board.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I told them something, they just didn't listen to me. If I tell
Mm.
them something nicely and be like, uh, please ye karo, ye karne ka hai, they think I was some kind of like dimwit or bimbo, or I don't know, some Barbie doll that was coming to site, or I don't know what they thought I was. But I felt really conscious all the time about
Yeah.
talking to contractors, because I would come the next time and surely it was not done. And then I would be like, but why is this not done? And then if I raised my voice, which I rarely do,
Yeah.
I would feel like they were very resistant to getting feedback from me as a woman, for them being older men that had been contractors or carpenters or laborers for a
Correct.
long time. But I
Yeah.
feel like now over time, they know that I am for them
Yeah.
that the goose that lays the golden egg, as all of us are, because we'll give a contractor repeat
Correct.
projects again and
Exactly.
again. So they know
Oh.
better
Yeah.
than to talk back or to be disrespectful to
Yeah.
us. And I also have a lot of men on my team, which I have done not, I've not hired them purposely just to even the team out, but it is something that's been helpful for us, because I think it's
Yeah.
been nice to have some male and female energy both on our teams.
True.
So even when we're
True.
dealing with clients or contractors on both sides, it's been nice to have a
You have that
balance.
balance. Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
that when it comes to design decisions, somehow when we're all standing in a room, apart from me, I feel like if there are four designers and there are two guys and two girls, when it comes to a design decision, I feel like my
It's
clients tend
always
to look at the girls
that's
and they'll always ask
true.
the girls, what do you think? Even if
That
the
is
two guys have more experience and are standing
yeah.
there with better qualifications and whatever
Yeah.
it is, the clients will always look at the girls. So So
Yeah,
you do have a clear advantage, and
that's
also
true.
I have a very big advantage when it comes to, you know, if there's noise happening in the building or the builder is giving you a hard time, I'll go with a box of mithai. I'll say, Uncle, I'm
Yeah,
so sorry,
we
please,
have.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, like you do that
True.
whole thing, and as a girl, it works so much
true.
better. It works so much
Yeah,
better being a girl, and just,
yeah,
you know,
true.
using a softer approach to get your way. But yeah,
Yeah,
there've definitely been instances where I feel like people have not taken me seriously.
yeah,
So I think that I would like to add that there are pros and cons of being a women designer. And like
Yeah.
I said, that even when
absolutely.
I started back in 2014, there was difficulty, especially the older clients, because the kind of questions that came across, which even do today, but the younger lot of clients, they are very open with the idea of having a female. In fact, the younger ones literally come up to me and they are like, we prefer a woman designer because they are more, let me say, committed and more dedicated comparatively, and the design sense and the aesthetic sense is much better. I don't really agree to that, but yeah, like that's the kind of shift in thought process and thinking that we see right now. But the older ones still have that notion that a woman designer taking it up with all the men in the industry, like in terms of contractors or vendor, may not work. So even though I agree, women designers have our point, but Gopal and Huzefa, would you like to add something to this? That you're in a design community where there are a lot of women designers. So, what's your take on this?
Gopal.
Okay. See, the question is what, we are talking about generations here. So even I had clients who are 60 plus, and they have the habit of, because of their personal experiences, they always try to evaluate whomsoever is coming in front of them, whether it's an architect or a contractor or anybody. Okay.
So it's not women
And I
specific. Okay,
Yes, yes. I
okay,
feel like that because I
yeah,
also have clients who have asked me,
yeah. The
irrespective
same.
whether I've performed for their through their references only. Okay,
I understand.
and when it comes to the contractors, trust me, I had really tough time in my early days. Just like after in 2004 when I cleared from the college in by 2006 and 7, contractors literally they were just not listening to me at times, and I mean, trying to following up, trying to do the things. But I think that also comes with the age, that also comes with the
Yeah.
experience.
So
Okay.
maybe that is
And,
just an
and
experience thing and not a
yes,
gender thing.
and
Yeah,
yeah, imagine a contractor who's having an experience of 20 years, okay,
Yeah.
and suddenly he is being followed up by an architect who is just passed out or who is just 2 years experience, okay. He's also having his own ego. I mean, he say, why should I even listen to you? You don't even know how many coats of paint are to be done. Why are you telling me all these things? So I think it is very normal for that particular, and it's a stage wise thing. I don't see any gender issues over there. And I personally feel that what Sarah also mentioned, when it comes to aesthetics, trust me, clients have
yeah,
far more inclination towards what females or designers in my office also, if they are putting any designs in front of them, the conversation becomes far simpler. If I put a design, it's like it's very blunt. Okay, Gopal, I didn't like it. But then it doesn't happen now, but if a female designer is putting, okay, I think so, there can be some change, but then okay. So that's how the things have been. So I think it's normal. I feel it's just
there are pros and
you
cons.
have to get used to. Yeah, there are pros and cons. You just have to get
Yeah.
used to it.
Yeah. No, I completely. I think we've all just faced challenges. Like I know when we started our practice, and Jassim had just come back from New York, so he had this whole Americanized Hindi, and when we would go on site, and like I would be like calm, and then he would be talking in English, and then suddenly, he would start talking in this Hindi which no one has ever heard of, but he would just yell in Hindi, and everyone would get scared, because he had to because we both, I mean, I think we were just on site last week in Alibag, and we met this client, and she's like that, like, so how much experience you guys have? And it was this lady client who wants to build her permanent first home over there. And, I said that I have around 18 years of experience. And she's like, how old are you? And I said, I'm
Yeah,
41 now. And she's like, you don't look like. I'm so glad. I thought that I had a couple of 25-year-olds building my home, and I'm like, no, no. I hope you, I hope you read about us before we met on site.
I'm so glad you're
it was-
sharing this, Huzefa. I don't feel so
yeah.
bad anymore.
No, because that's the thing. I mean, so it is, I think it is across the board. I don't think it's got to do
Yeah,
with guys or girls. It's got to do with experience. And I think we all learn
yeah,
from that. Yes, we are a very patriarchal society. I think that's something we cannot change. But yeah, I think we're all in the same boat.
true.
Yeah, I think we are all in the same boat.
I love
So,
that. That's a great
so
yeah.
Radha is back with us, and thank you so much, all of you all, for answering all the questions that
Thank
I
you.
had for you all. And over to
Thank you.
Radha.
Thank you,
Thank,
Komal. Thank you so
thank
much.
you. This was wonderful. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Shivani,
you,
Gopal,
Komal. Thank you,
Huzefa,
Radha.
Radha as well.
Thank you all.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
guys.
Thank you,
I
guys.
thank literally from like the IIDA team and the audience. We really thank the entire panel. It has sort of taken true to the ebbs and flow of interior architecture. It started from sustainability, went to your own successes. Then you guys also told about how guilty you are feeling. It had a lot of ebbs and flow regarding interior architecture, and it has been really very insightful. You guys sharing your experiences. Thank you so much, guys. Sarah, Komal, Shivani, Gopal, Huzefa, everybody. And it was a great, great, great panel discussion.
Thank you.
Thank you.